Hi, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to look at our identity through menopause, which is a really interesting topic, and some women can find themselves completely lost at this time. Don't fear, hang in there, keep listening, and we'll find a way to reinvent who we are. Just a note before we begin, if there's anything in this particular presentation that you find upsetting or concerning, please reach out to your health professional that you work with, or perhaps Lifeline 13, 11, 14, and just make sure that you are taking care of yourself. So what I often hear, and certainly the research backs this up, is that women feel invisible at menopause. They have this identity recalibration, just like the rest of their body is recalibrating with the hormonal shifts. So too does the psychological nature of what's going on. And it makes sense because the changing hormones impact our neurotransmitters. And they do lead to difficulty with mood, anxiety, depression, even rage. And I've done some YouTube videos on those if you want to go and find them. So it's no surprise that perhaps our self-confidence and our identity is also being challenged at this time. I found a 2025 study here on workplace and menopause awareness, and it can feel like we're invisible, that we're going through these huge changes and that nobody else is noticing that. And it does add another layer to that transition. In a study here in Pittsburgh, and I know it's the US, but it translates well into Australia too. And the study was with 45 to 60-year-olds. So if you're in that bracket, welcome. It was the physical changes, particularly the weight, the hair, the skin, the energy. Really, and often I hear women talking about brain fog. I was in a meeting and I can't remember the word, and I just don't feel, confident enough to present anymore. And that really does knock them. So, we know that this is not in your head. You are not imagining this. It is a physiological and psychological phenomena that you are living through. And the good news is that there is hope, that there is support, and that there is a way through. A number of women find the career identity a really big issue at this point in time as well. They've had time off work, they've turned down promotions, some have even resigned from jobs because they don't believe they are able to cope and live through this process. The upheaval is so great. And I love this line down here. This is not a personal failing. This is what happens when there is a major hormonal shift going on. And that hormonal shift can be supported. With orthodox medicine, with allied health, we can certainly come up with a plan that is going to support you to transition as smoothly as you can through this process and not lose yourself in that process. This stage of life can be profound. It's called the third act. This is our chance to step into the last third of our lives and be the elders, to be the wise ones, to even be the crone. And I've got a personal reclaiming the crone idea that I would really like to champion, because I see it as, well, it's been portrayed as particularly negative, and I don't believe it is. So this stage of life, as I said, you need to reconnect with who you are in your core, what you stand for, who you are, what you believe in. And so some of these questions might be of value. What do you actually want? You may never have asked yourself that question. What truly matters to you? Who am I when I'm not busy keeping everyone else afloat? I find this so commonly. We've got women who are supporting their their children, perhaps in high school, university, transitioning into their own adulthood. And we often are the sandwich generation. We've got our elders as well, our parents and other people in our life that we need to keep supporting, as well as looking after our own selves and our own career. So there's no surprise that there's a lot on the plate of menopausal women transitioning through this period, and we really need to stop and think again and recalibrate. These aren't small questions, and you deserve to get answers to them and to explore them and get support with that exploration. So, 5 steps to support your identity. You need to support the physiological processes that are going on in your body. That may look like our orthodox medicine and HRT or MRT. That could look like supporting yourself concurrently with complementary medicine, something that I do as a naturopath and nutritionist. It can be a combination or one on their own. It doesn't matter, whatever is suiting you. You need to find the support that is right for you. Track what's actually happening. This can be really helpful and give your healthcare team understanding of the patterns in your life. I'd love you to challenge the internal narrative. I'm sitting here now as a counselor as well and suggesting that the negative tapes that we play in our head, I'm not good enough, I'm not enough, I'll never be enough, I'm losing my mind, this is, all going in the wrong direction. We can get stuck in those negative tapes, and it's really important to notice them. And then with the awareness, we can do something with that. Movement is really good. Just even a little bit, making sure that we get the sunshine, particularly early in the morning, but maybe at different stages in the day as well. If you can just go out into, obviously, the sunshine outside anywhere, that can be really powerful just to regulate your nervous system. And don't go through this alone, whether or not it's with me, but other allied health, other supportive healthcare teams, even your community, perhaps your friends and girlfriends, they can also be enormously supportive. I love this. Your identity is not lost, it's just being renegotiated. So if you would like to renegotiate your identity with a support like me, either as a naturopath and nutritionist or as a counselor, you're most welcome. You might like to book a discovery call with me. That can be found on my website. You can book a 15-minute call with me. That is no pressure, no obligation. It's just us having a conversation to find out where you really are at the moment and to have a genuine understanding of whether it is something that I can support you with. I'm hoping that you've found something interesting in today's presentation. I have episodes every Wednesday if you'd like to tune in. And I'd love to hear from you if you think it's right for you right now. Thanks for joining.